Turbo Tribe. My name is Katie. It's so good to be back with you for those of you that were my students while I was teaching at Turbo. For those of you I haven't met or worked with before, thank you for tuning into this video. We're going to be working through a 26-minute flow. I'm so glad to have you all here. We're going to get started in a child's pose. So if you would come to your mat with your knees wide towards the edges of your mat, big toes come to touch. Bringing the forehead down to the mat and reaching the fingertips forward, we find our child's pose. And in this first child's pose, I want you to tune into the breath. By sending your inhales deep into your belly, feel your belly expand between the legs. And as you exhale, let the hips drop heavier onto the heels. Feel how connected the third eye sensor is to your mat. Feel your fingertips extending a little bit farther forward. And just take a moment of gratitude for this practice. Even though we're in an unprecedented situation and we're practicing together online, the fact that we still can connect like this and we can still be practicing together and cultivating an energy of our choice, it's such a beautiful blessing. So take a breath to breathe that in. And let this one be an open mouth exhale. And then seal the lips, begin to find your Ujjayi breath by inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling out the nose while constricting the back of your throat to create an oceanic sound around your head. Letting our intention for this class be the freedom of choice. While other parts of our life might not feel as free right now in terms of choices, right now, 26 minutes on your mat, you get to make every decision for your body. You get to choose the experience you have in this flow. Give yourself one more moment here to completely connect with your breath, ground into the body and connect with that intention, or if you have any other intention calling to you, connect to that. On your next inhale, begin to press up to a tabletop position. Feel the hips stack over the knees, wrists under shoulders. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, puppy pose. We walk the hands forward, sink the chest and the chin down towards the mat. Feel length in the spine, open through the chest. Make sure those hips are still directly over the knees. Inhale, begin to walk the hands back up, tabletop position. And exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips high, downward dog. Take a few breaths here, pedal out the feet. Shake the head yes and no, shift the hips from side to side. Any movement that feels good in your body. And next inhale, we'll lift high up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, lift the arms up high. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Pause for a moment and close your eyes if that feels comfortable in your body. Feel how all four corners of both feet are firmly grounded into your mat. Feel strong and powerful in our mountain pose. And next inhale, we'll guide the arms up, open the eyes, maybe gaze up towards the fingertips, and exhale, forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward dog. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Send the hips up high. Pause for a breath. Feel the hips pressing high as you press down into your heels. And then just walk the feet out a couple inches wider on the mat. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, right hand reaches for the left ankle or the left calf. Use that bind to twist to the left, gaze underneath the left armpit. Keep plugging back into the feet so the weight is back in the hips and in the legs. Inhale, reach the right fingertips forward. And exhale, twist the other way. Left hand to right ankle or calf. Open to the right, gaze under the armpit. Check in with your breath. Make sure you're pressing back into those heels. Inhale, reach the left hand forward. Exhale, heel toe those feet back in, hips width distance. Inhale, lift high up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, walk, step, hop, top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reaching up high. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Inhale, the arms lift. And exhale, forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward dog. Inhale to high plank for your vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, open the chest forward. Exhale, hips go high. We meet in our downward dog. Inhale, we'll lift high up onto the toes. Exhale, drop your heels out to the right side of your mat. Keep pressing into your hands so that the hips are shifting back. Options to add on here. You can begin to bend into your right knee. Feel how that lengthens the left side body. And then maybe walk the left fingertips forward just an inch. Find a little bit more length. And breathe into your side body. Use your breath to open up. We'll come back to downward dog. Lift high on the toes through center. Exhale, heels go out to the left. We have the same options on this side. You can bend into the left knee. Maybe walk the right fingertips just an inch more forward. And direct your breath now into your right side. And feel that length as the body creates space. Next inhale, we'll come back to center, high up on the toes, downward dog. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Inhale, walk, step, hop, top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, lift the arms high up overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Inhale, lift the arms high. Exhale, forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward dog. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Send the hips up high. Pause for a breath. Feel heavy in the heels, high in the hips, and open through the chest. Next, inhale, we're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Take a generous bend in the left knee. Feel the hips go a little bit higher. We're going to inhale, lift high up onto our left toes. And then exhale, dial that foot down so toes point at the long edge side of the mat. We're going to reach the right fingertips high. Send the hips back towards the heel. Inhale, shift forward, reach long. Exhale, crunch it back, elbow towards the foot. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, downward dog. Keep the cross forward just for a breath. And then exhale, release, downward dog. You can clear that out with the vinyasa. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a grounding breath here before we take it to the other side. All right, next inhale. Cross left ankle over right thigh. Generous bend in the right knee. Take a pause, take a breath. We'll inhale, lift high up on the right toes, and then dial that heel down. Right toes point at the long edge side of the mat. Reach the fingertips high, feel the hips press back, And then inhale, shift forward, reach long. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Last time, inhale, reach. Exhale, back to our cross forward downward dog for 1 more breath. And exhale, downward dog, bring the foot down. Vinyasa, clear it out. Inhale, shifts forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Pause for a breath. I'm definitely feeling it already, so I'm sure we can all benefit by bringing the heart rate down slightly here before heading on into our flow. We'll inhale, lift high up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Inhale, walk, step, or hop, top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reaching up high. Exhale, sit the hips low into your chair pose. So we want to make sure we're feeling our core pull in here so that our spine is straight. A lot of times what you see is people thrusting the ribs forward and getting this big arch in the low back. We want to pull that in. Sit low in the hips. Maybe feel all 10 toes floating high. Take one more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the right heel up towards the ceiling, finding it standing splits. Really pressing the nose down towards the left leg. We're looking to get a stretch in the left leg as we balance and squeeze from the right glute to lift that leg a little bit higher. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, step the right toes to the back of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Find your high lunge. Again, we're pulling our core in here, tall spine, sink into the hips. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms back, lean forward until you parallel your chest. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, bend into the front knee. We're gonna flow that a few more times. Straighten out the front leg, reach it back. Inhale, back to your lunge. 2 more times. Exhale, reach back, straighten forward. Inhale, lift. Last time. Exhale, reach it back. Pausing here. And then exhale, hands float down to the mat. Back heel can stay lifted. If you want to shorten your stance so it can come down, you can shorten your stance a bit. Take a few breaths in our pyramid pose to really stretch out over the left leg. Right hand is going to stay planted on the inside of the left foot. If you have a block with you, you can put a block under your hand or maybe a stack of books. We're getting smart, practicing at home. Next inhale, we're reaching the left fingertips high. Revolved pyramid. Straight line through the arms, open chest. And where's your breath? Take one more inhale. Exhale, that hand comes down, framing the foot. First option is gonna be keeping the leg as straight as possible. Squeeze from the core and try to sweep it up to a 3-legged dog. If that's too much for you, bend into the knee first and then sweep it high. We'll meet in 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, stack the hips open. We'll take a few big circles at the hip. Switch directions, take it the other way if you haven't already. Then we'll pause with the open hip. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, knee to left elbow, squeeze forward. Inhale, back to your open hip. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open hip. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more time. Inhale, open hip. Exhale, knee to elbow. Pause. Drink in a sip of breath. Exhale, step your foot to the outside of the left hand. Wiggle the right foot long behind you. Lizard pose. Pause here. Take a few breaths to rock forward and back on those back toes. And then we're going to pause for a few breaths. So back knee can stay lifted. You can also drop it down. If you feel good on palms, you can stay there or lower down to forearms. Whatever variation you're choosing in your pose, make sure you're feeling connected with your breath. Make sure you're being pushed to an edge in your practice where you're actually creating space in the body and not just moving through the motions to say you were on your mat. Let's really make the most of our 26 minutes together. All right, next inhale, we're gonna come back to a lizard where we're off our back knee and we're up on our palms. Begin squeezing the belly button in so much so the hips kind of pop up, and use that core strength without dragging the foot. Float it, and then step it back without a sound. Downward dog. Inhale, we'll shift forward for our high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Send the hips up high. Inhale, lift high up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Inhale, walk, step, hop, top of your mat. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, lifting up. Exhale, chair pose. Try to sit even lower this time in the hips and check in that the core is pulling in, straight spine. Hands can always rest at prayer center, or you can keep the arms lifted up overhead. Just keep that chest open if you are reaching high. Take in one more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the left foot up this time, heel to the ceiling. And don't worry so much so about how high the left leg is. Focus more on how far can you extend it backwards. You're going to engage more muscles that way. And then how far can you fold over the right leg? Let's focus on the stretch in the right leg. And also your breath, making sure you're still breathing. Squeeze from the left glute for one more inhale. Exhale, step the toes back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. High lunge. Take a moment, draw the core in, reach high through the crown of the head and feel yourself sink into the hips. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg, reach it forward. Exhale, high lunge. Reach it back, straighten forward. And lift it up, high lunge. Two more just like that. Straighten and reach. Inhale and lift. Last time, we reach it back, hold here. Strong core, keep it pulled in. And exhale, bring the hands down. Again, if you want to hop that back foot up slightly, you can do that. We're going to take an inhale, straighten through the spine. And exhale, fold it forward. Really let your breath open into our right hamstring. Feel your spine long as you really press the chest down towards the toes. The left hand is going to make its way to the inside of that right foot. Again, you can use a block or books or anything you have around your home. And next inhale, we'll reach the right fingertips high. Find your twisted pyramid. Find your breath. Keep actively reaching up through the right fingertips. Taking one more deep inhale. Exhale, bring that hand down. And again, we'll have two options stepping back to our three-legged dog here. You can either bend into the knee and reach it back, or use your core. It's a little harder to try to keep the legs straight and sweep it up and back. And then exhale, bend the knee, stack the hips open. Start taking a few big circles in one direction. Feel open and fluid through the hip. And then switch directions, take a few the other way. We'll meet with our hip open, take a deep inhale. Exhale, knee to right elbow, shift forward. Inhale, open hip. Exhale, reach it forward. Inhale, open hip, two more. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open hip. Last time, the exhale, knee to elbow. Hold for your inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, step the foot to the outside of the right hand. Wiggle that left leg long behind you. Take a few rocks, forward, back. Settle into the hips. Same options here. You can lower that back knee down. You can keep yourself on palms or lower to forearms. Settle into the same level of the pose you took on the other side. Make sure you're evening out. While you guys hold, I'm going to check how much time we have left. Beautiful. All right, and next inhale, we're going to come back to our lizard where we have the back knee lifted. We're up on our palms. Again, pulling in the belly button so much so the hips slightly lift. Use that core strength to float the right foot back. Place it down without a sound. Downward dog. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift high up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, walk. Step, hop, top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna grab opposite elbows for a ragdoll. Use a few sways from side to side to lower the heart rate, to come back to a controlled breath. Let the head hang heavy, feel really long through the spine. One more round of breath here. All right, next exhale, bring the palms down to the mat. Inhale, reach the arms high up overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer center, close your eyes. Give yourselves a few breaths here. Feel really strong in your mountain posture, really tall through the spine. We have one more bit of serious flow work, and then we'll start to cool down. So really find that reserve of strength within you that you can still access. Take one more deep inhale. We'll open mouth, exhale, release some heat. Inhale, lift the arms high up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, plant the hand, step back, downward dog. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. All right, so you're gonna recognize the first part of this. We're gonna inhale, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Take a generous bend in the left knee. Inhale, lift up onto the left toes. We're dialing the heel down, facing the left side of the mat. Lift the left hand, send the hips back. We're going for 4 of those crunches. Inhale, extend forward. Exhale, crunch it back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 2 more, you got it. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch it back. 2 options here. First option is gonna be to open up into our falling star. Second option, you're gonna grab left hand to the pinky edge side of the right foot. We're gonna extend forward. Here's where you'd stop for the falling star bind, or you can start to extend forward for more of a stretch. 2 more breaths. If you have the bind, start to release it back. We're all gonna meet back in our downward dog. So left hand will plant, and then we release the right foot down. Woo! Let's take an inhale, just roll forward this time. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Downward dog. Okay, let's do 1 more of those. That felt really good. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, shift it back. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale, clear it out. All right, inhale. Cross the left ankle, over right knee. Generous bend in the right knee. We'll inhale, lift high up onto the right toes. Exhale, dial the heel down. At the same time, we're gonna send the hips back. Reach the right hand high. Find your extension forward. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Same options. You can open to your fallen star, or we can take our bind, right hand to the pinky edge side of the left foot. Extend it forward. You can stop reaching straight out from the body, or you can extend out towards the head. Where's your breath? Let's take 2 more full rounds. And then slowly start to meet back in downward dog. Whew. I'm dripping sweat on my mat, guys. I miss my turbo family. Let's inhale, roll forward. Exhale, hips up and back. One more time, inhale, lift it forward. Exhale, send it up and back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale to a child's pose, drop it down. Gonna check how much time we have again. I'm sweating, I told you. All right, breathing deep into the belly. Letting the body calm down, letting the hips ground down. And as you breathe deeply here, as you feel grounded, begin to send your breath into your chest. Instead of breathing deep into the belly, start to constrict your core, close that space off a bit, and focus all of your inhale into broadening the heart space. And exhale, continue to relax into the posture. And as we change our breath slightly here, let's just focus on sending love to the people that matter to us in our lives, to people who maybe just need to feel some love sent their way at this time. Maybe your love comes from a place of gratitude for a person. Maybe it comes from a place of service to a person that deserves it. Whatever it is, just breathe into your heart space and use the space that your breath creates to hold someone in your heart. Let's take one more deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. As you inhale, begin to shift up to your tabletop position. As you exhale, let's make our way to a seated position with the feet planted on the mat, hands grab around the knees, nice tall spine. Feel the sit bones firmly pressing down. Next, inhale, release the hands forward, palms face up. We're gonna lean as far forward as we can and then exhale, round through the spine, lower one vertebra at a time. Use your core strength. We've been working it all class. Once you make it to the ground, send your arms out to a T or goal post and pull knees in towards the chest. Let's just take a few rocks from side to side. And next time over towards the right, go ahead and let your knees come all the way down to the mat. Gaze can be sent out to the left if that feels okay on your neck. Let the spine relax. Let the earth hold you here. Inhale, lift the knees up to center. Exhale, drop the knees out to the left. Right shoulder stays grounded. Maybe you gaze to the right. Inhale the knees up to center. Grab around the knees. Tuck yourself into the tiniest ball possible. Take in a deep inhale. Squeeze every muscle. Exhale, release everything down to your mat. Let the legs go long. Arms long at your side. Palms can face up to receive energy or face down for more grounding energy. Take in a deep inhale. As you exhale, release tension in every single muscle in your body. Continue to breathe here, settling deeper into your space. And the beautiful part of practicing at home is you get to choose at every step of the practice. So if your body is asking you right now to take a Shavasana, go ahead and take it. It's not something that we're able to do in the Turbo 26 studio because we're stacking classes. Right now you can decide if you want to take a 10-15 minute Shavasana. That's totally there for you. It is also there for you to go back to our page with more videos. Go ahead and stack another class just like you were in the studio. Maybe you meditate here. Whatever it is, you make the choice. This is all what the intention of this practice was about, was to get you to this moment where you get to choose. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for practicing. It's been so good to be with you again. The light in me sees and honors the light in you, sending you much love. Namaste.